Hi, my name is Gisela Marti, and I am the creative director for Tammy Taylor Nails. Today, we're going to have tons of fun doing designs with a lot of colors. And our guest artist is going to be, of course, our Gelprisa. Gelprisa is our newest line of 3-in-1 color polishes. We want you to expand your imagination knowing that Gelprisa is not just a gel polish, but also a tool for you to create awesome designs. So let's start. For our safari technique, we're going to be working with our sheer, which is our Simply Sheer gel polish. Our Into Loving You is a blue. Our Juicy Peach, we're going to be working with our gel paints white. We're going to close the design with our Top Gel Plus. We're going to be cleaning the gel polish with our Clean It. Of course, we're going to be working with our Dazzle Rock Moonlight from our Night in Time collection. We're going to be working with our dotting tool. We will need our Dap and Dish. And of course, last but not least, our Wipe It. So today we're doing our safari technique, and here what I did was I did a couple of samples of what it is safari. This is a very, very, very famous technique. Everybody wants a nail in safari now. So as I did over here, I did some white with lines in black. Black with white lines. I did over here multicolors, including also a background in a color and the lines in a desired shade. Depending which is the animal that you choose to put into your design, the skin of the animal is what you're going to be doing. You can do dots with a light color with a dark color around, or the opposite. You can do dark with light color around. Once again, just depending what is the skin of the animal you want to put on the design. This is just an example. In our safari design, we're going to be working with a slanted nail. If you notice over here, this is not totally square, has been slanted. So we are going to put our base color, and our base color is going to be sand. Once we applied our base color, we're going to cure the nail for 2 minutes. If it's on the UV light or if it's on an LED lamp, you're going to be curing for 1 minute. Now be sure that on the application of the gel polish, don't make a thick application because we're going to put different colors for these designs, and be sure that you cover totally the end of the nail. You cap it. Okay, once again over here. And this is it. So I'm gonna cure for 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the application of the different colors. I'm gonna be working with the Juicy Peach, which is real rich color, and I'm going to put a line from one side to the other, and really doesn't matter how wide or not it is. And we are gonna do a quick cure. 1, 2, and it comes out. My second color is going to be white. So I'm gonna take my gel paint white, and I'm gonna apply that color right there. All right, be sure to cover every single corner of that white. Be sure that it is really white because we're gonna do over here a zebra pattern. So here we go, quick cure. 1, 2, bring it back. Now we're gonna be using our last color, which is blue. That's gonna be at the end, my blue. And I want to be sure that it's very, very blue. That's your blue right here. Quick cure. 1, 2. And if that blue is not enough, then do a second application and then cure for 2 minutes. And I'm going to take all the tackiness out of that nail. Totally. Be sure that nothing is tacky because whatever you leave, the dazzle rock will stick to it. Okay, so that's my colors right there. So where I'm going to be putting my dazzle rocks is going to be on this area over here. So wherever I'm going to put my dazzle rock is where I'm going to be putting my clear gel. So I'm going to be using my sheer, simply sheer gel, and I'm going to apply it only where my dazzle rocks are going to be, and it's going to be exactly right in here. Now I'm going to take my dazzle rocks and I'm going to put my dazzle rock right here, and with the scoop that I made with a nail, I'm going to take my dazzle rocks and I'm going to throw the dazzle rock just on the area where I have my sheer. I'm going to tap a little bit just to get rid of the excess. And now I'm going to cure for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. So now I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dust off all the excess of the dazzle rocks. I have to be sure that these dazzle rocks are completely flat. So I'm going to take my cutie file and I'm going just to rough a little bit the top of the dazzle rock. Just the dazzle rocks, okay? Not the rest of the nail. The sides, want to be sure that there's nothing on the sides before I finish. And I'm going to touch to be sure that it's totally smooth, and it is totally smooth. Once again, back. Take all the excess of the dazzle rock out. And if there's anything in top of the nail, well, I'm going to take my Clean It and I'm going to remove it before I finish my nail. So there was a little bit of the dazzle rock over there. Now it's gone. Now my details, now everything that is left is going to be with my black paint. And I'm going to be using my striping paint. And I'm going to trace some lines in between each one of the colors. First, I'm going to start right here. Well, if that happened, the great thing of the gel polish is that you can do this and you can erase it. So, back again and finish your line. Once again, I'm going to take my black paint and I'm going to do the same thing all the way here. And it doesn't matter if you have a little bit more because I'm going to do a pattern over here with a zebra, and that's just fine. Over here, my line all the way straight, right there. And then, of course, I want to divide my dazzle rocks from the sand color. And it's right there. There we go. So let's start with the patterns. What I'm going to be doing over here in this area, it is going to be some circles. So I'm going to take my white and I'm going to put some dots right there. Somewhere I'm going to put some dots. Doesn't matter which way you do those dots, okay? Just whatever you feel like you want to put it, you just put it in there. Maybe over here. Some over here. This doesn't have to be perfect. This can be little smudges, okay? Maybe one more over here. That's my first pattern right there. So I'm gonna come with my black paint and I'm gonna do some circles around. So I'm gonna come over here, put a little bit without closing it, just tiny details, right here and right here. Every single one of the little white circles that you place, you're just gonna close, do like a little closing to create that tiny pattern. So now we're gonna take the same daughter, put some little dots somewhere, one over here, a tiny one over here, just a few. Now I'm gonna go for my white one. Now the white one, that's my zebra. So since it's my zebra, I can go this way, which is horizontal, or I can go vertical, which is a sideways. I choose to go sideways, and I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna throw a line right there. Come over here, throw another line, and then from the opposite side, you throw a line. That's your zebra pattern, okay? Now we go for the last one, which is the blue. I can do exactly the same thing, some black lines, or I can go to the opposite side so we can recognize a little bit different, a different pattern, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna go right on the center, and as you see, they're not straight lines. Back over here. And this is how simple it is. See, you don't have to be an expert doing this. Any line will look good over here. Any line, you don't have to be an expert. And this is the great thing of art. Art is something that at the end when you finish, it just all the colors comes together and it looks great. What were you thinking? Over here by putting a blue, you're saying, oh my God, that blue doesn't match. But look, how does the blue brings up the color of the orange and the white. Now we're gonna use some dots. And you know what? Like I have said before, in any one of our classes, dots are your finishing touches. You're gonna come over here, put a dot, and then go all the way till it disappears. Once again, come over here. That's your dot. Keep going all the way until it disappears. Immediately, it brought out the dazzle rocks. Look how awesome. So my next step now it is, I have to wait till my colors dry, because if I put the Top Gel Plus, meanwhile, my color is wet, I'm going to drag it, and I don't want to drag it. Here it is, my Top Gel Plus. And I'm going to cover totally my pattern and see how it comes to life. Look how it comes to life. In top of my dazzle rock, I want to be sure that I seal my dazzle rock. And of course, over here, put my Top Gel Plus right there. And I'm going to cure for 2 minutes. And here it is. This is my safari design. Wow, how fun was that? Isn't that great? Look how all the colors came out together, and look how beautiful and shiny this nail looks. We use 1, 2, 3 plus the background of the gel polishes, and of course our dazzle rocks. Okay, let's recap on this technique, safari, that is so much in fashion. I use over here, as you saw, 3 different patterns, plus at the same time, I did use my dazzle rocks. I mean, you don't have to do it this way. This was just example. I use blue, I use orange and my white, but on the Gelprisa, there are so many different colors that you can alternate, make it more fun, and adjust it to the taste of your client. But don't forget the dots. The dots are very important. They are your finishing touch. And of course, don't forget that Dazzle Rocks. The Dazzle Rocks will bring this nail alive. I am sure that there is an artist in you. Every one of us has an artist. All what you have to do is unleash it, let it go, get wild, and be creative. All what you need is to have the right tools, and that's exactly what we have, the right tools for you. But hey, if you have a design or a technique that you would like to be featured in one of our future videos, feel free to do it. Send me a picture to creativedirector@tammytaylornails.com. Again, creativedirector@tammytaylornails.com. And who knows, you can be the next talk of the town.